you're on the right place, because today I'm going to be answering your questions about everything related to LinkedIn, and also have a list of questions that folks who can't attend the live have shared with me. So if you're joining me, do introduce yourself in the chat. Let me know where you're calling in from and share your questions. In the meantime, I'm going to list out some of the questions that I will be answering that people in my network have shared with me. So let's get started with that. And I see my hair like I'm having a bit of a bad hair day. So my name is Nynacaputi. I'm the founder and CEO of the Expat Woman, and also a LinkedIn coach and trainer. And I've been using LinkedIn since 2007. I was one of the, I wouldn't say early adopters, because LinkedIn was launched in 2002, but I did join LinkedIn when it was still fairly new. And I have, I would say, fairly successfully grown my network, grown my business, built my confidence, and shared my expertise and thought leadership in a large part that thanks to this platform. This is my favorite platform. All right, so today, some of the questions that I'm going to cover, I have a list of them. And then if you have questions, you can ask them in the chat. But these are the questions. When is the best time to post on LinkedIn? What's the deal with LinkedIn hashtags? How do I reach out to someone I don't know on LinkedIn? How do I write a great LinkedIn headline? What's the best way to ask for a recommendation on LinkedIn? Should I accept all LinkedIn requests? What is the difference between connect and follow? First, second, and third degree connections, what's that difference? How do I generate a LinkedIn video or meeting on LinkedIn? What is the LinkedIn rotating banner? And then I'm also going to share some new opportunities or features that I found on LinkedIn. One is create on LinkedIn, and the other is the LinkedIn job library. And if there's anything else, if we have time, I'll share some more features. So if you're joining me live, do let me know in the chat where you're calling in from. And if you have any questions, I'm just going to adjust my headphones for a second and give you everyone a chance to, jump into the chat. Okay. Hopefully this is better. All right. So the first question is, what is the best time to post on LinkedIn? Oh, here's Becca from Barcelona. Hi, Becca. Thank you for joining me. So yeah, so Becca, let me know in the chat if you have any questions for me. Okay, so what is the best time to post on LinkedIn? Does anyone have any suggestions? Oh, and Colette's joining me from Bonn. Hi, Colette. Thank you for joining me. Wonderful. So it's a fairly global group. I can see I'm in the US, in the San Francisco Bay Area, and then we have someone from Barcelona and from Bonn. And Colette's also a member of the Expat Women membership. So yes, let me know in the chat if you have any specific questions for me. And I will go ahead and maybe answer the first question. So there's no really best time to post on LinkedIn. It really depends on where your network is, and uh, what they're interested in. So my network is basically this is the time actually that my network is available. So my network is in the US and mostly I'd say Europe. I mean, I do have some folks in Asia and Australia, but I'd say my target audience is North America. So the US, Canada, and then Europe, which so 9 a.m. to about noon is when I post content on LinkedIn. So I think that's what you need to keep in mind. Like, when is my network active on LinkedIn? And, because what happens is when you post on LinkedIn, only a small percentage of your network gets to see your post. But if a few of them see it and they engage and comment, then it's likely that LinkedIn will show it to more people. So I will not post in the evenings. So I live in the San Francisco Bay Area, so I will not post in the evening because my network in Europe it's the middle of the night or early in the morning for them. So just keep that. So that's my first question. When is the best time to post on LinkedIn? As I said before, if you're just joining me, let me know in the chat if you have any questions for me. But I have a list of questions that my network has shared with me. So the next question is, what's the deal with LinkedIn hashtag? So in the past, you could, when you created content, you would use hashtags, and those hashtags were searchable. People could follow specific hashtags. I don't remember when LinkedIn stopped the use of hashtags. When I say stop the use of hashtags, they no longer became relevant. I think it was sometime last year. So LinkedIn is not like Instagram or Facebook. On Instagram, I believe you can use 30 hashtags. On LinkedIn, you can there's so hashtags don't have any relevance anymore unless you want to keep track of something. So I see a lot of people still posting content with, sometimes they just copy and paste from Instagram and they have like 30 hashtags, and sometimes they just have a couple. Don't waste that space on your post. And secondly, it kind of look, now that hashtags are no longer relevant, kind of spoils the look of your post. It shows that you're not really aware of what LinkedIn's that there's no, so hashtags no longer are of relevance with LinkedIn. Again, if you're just joining me, welcome. And I also started something new. I just recently got monetized on the LinkedIn YouTube channel. So if you find anything that I share valuable, you can I think you can give me a super sticker, a super chat. That's a way of showing your support for me. I think you just have to, there's a little, and I'm doing this free, but if, again, I'm testing this out. I've never done a LinkedIn YouTube live stream. I've done YouTube live streams on the Expat Woman YouTube channel, but never on the LinkedIn YouTube channel. I only do pre-recorded videos. I got monetized. I'm able to live stream now, and people are able to support me. If you click the little dollar sign, you can support my this YouTube live stream, and if you find anything that I shared valuable. Okay, so that's in terms of hashtags. The next question that I got asked by people was, how do I reach someone who I don't know on LinkedIn? So that LinkedIn is a networking platform. So I think it's totally okay to reach people you've never connected with before, because that's what it is. It's all about connecting with people across borders, across industries, within your industry. And what I love about LinkedIn is that there are no gatekeepers. You can connect with anyone on LinkedIn who you wouldn't be able to connect with in person. Maybe, like it's someone who's a CEO of a company. Maybe you're looking for funding for your business, and you can get reach out to investors. Hi, Alyssa. Good to see you. Alyssa's calling in from Oakland, California. So that's what I love about the power of LinkedIn. So there's, and you do not need a premium account to connect with people on LinkedIn. You can do it on the free account. I think the number of people you can connect with on LinkedIn, whether it's free or whether you have a premium account, is about 100. So what I do is, I'm very strategic about who I connect with. My audience is mainly in professional, high achieving, talented women living abroad, or women who've repatriated, or women who are planning to move abroad, who are looking to elevate their income, their influence, their impact, their ideas. So they're basically professional women who are wanting to break glass ceilings, wanting to build their thought leadership. So I look for those women. I do Google searches. I'm not Google, sorry. I do LinkedIn searches. I join groups. I can join events to find my network, and then I reach out to them. So yeah, Alyssa, great question. I will respond to that question about how often do you need to post versus max and minimum. So that's how I find my network. Now, I don't necessarily send them a connection request message unless I have something very specific to say. So maybe I've met someone at a virtual event, maybe we're in the same group, maybe they created a post that was so inspiring, that really encouraged me, motivated me. Then I might send them a message saying, thank you, I read your post on LinkedIn, or I met you at this event. So I give them some context. I might give them a sentence about me. And that's why it's very important to have a complete LinkedIn profile. You want to optimize your LinkedIn profile. So when you reach out to people, they'll check your LinkedIn profile and they will know that what you do. So you don't need to do too much of an introduction if your LinkedIn profile is completely optimized and really showcases what you want to be known for. So very important to keep that in mind. So if you met someone or you have some specific reason to why you're connecting with them, let them know in the LinkedIn messages, the connection request. But if you're connecting them with them because you want to sell them something, don't connect and then in the next message share that, I want you to I have this workshop or this course. It costs $97. Would you like to join, or would you like to hop on a phone call with me so we can learn about each other? You need to build that relationship before you start promoting. So I would say start connecting with people. You don't have to use the 100 invites every week. You don't have to accept every connection request that people send to you. Be strategic, because when you're creating content, LinkedIn only shows a small percentage of your network, your content. So if you have these people who are not really your target audience and LinkedIn showing it to them, it's really diluting your pool of target audience. So be strategic with that. So Alyssa wants to know how often do you need to post? What is the max and minimum? The max could be every day. Some people post 5 days a week, some people post 7 days a week, some people post once a week. So I would say the minimum should be once a week, just so that you're keeping your top of mind with people. Sometimes you don't know what to post, so maybe you could share a post that someone else has created and add your thoughts to it. If you just repost someone's post, it's not counted as a post. So maybe once a week, either create your own post or you reshare somebody else's post with your thoughts. Now if you're using Chat GPT, and I can tell a Chat GPT post because it's written kind of robotically, the language is just like different. Let me know in the chat, can you tell when someone's used a Chat GPT post? So I can tell. And then there's lots of emojis. I use Chat GPT for content ideas, to brainstorm with Chat GPT, but I will then tweak it. I will use my own voice, and I will also prompt Chat GPT and say, this is what I want to say. Now I don't use it all the time. Sometimes it just the content just flows. I don't even need Chat GPT. But if I do, and I see all these horrible emojis, and there's nothing wrong with emojis, but ChatGPT uses so many of them. So if you're using ChatGPT, please tweak your content. Please remove all those emojis and write it in your own voice. Okay, hopefully that answered your question, Alyssa. And try, some people are very strategic. They only post every Tuesday of the week or Wednesday. I don't have a fixed posting schedule. I'm really, sometimes I post once a week, sometimes I post 3 times a week, but I mostly will, my consistency is that I post usually between 9 and noon or 1 p.m. There have been times where I've not been able to get a post out between that time and my post in the evening, but that's when I usually post. And the beauty of LinkedIn posts is posts that you've even created like 1 year ago might get likes, might get comments. So your posts live on LinkedIn, unlike Instagram, I think, where once that you post it, I don't think it gets the same viewing or the same impressions like a LinkedIn post. From time to time I'll see a post that I posted a while ago and I'll see someone's commented on it, because every time a new person connects with you, they will then might check out your profile. They'll comment on one post or view one post, and then LinkedIn will keep showing them more posts. So, and the other thing I want to add is, do not delete a post. There's so many times, and that my posts just flop, especially if I'm promoting something. Posts with promotions and links usually don't do as well as regular posts. So yes, 1 minute. Becca has a question. With regard to your advice on being strategic on who to accept, does engaging with your friends and colleagues post to increase engagement mess up your algorithms? So I'm assuming, Becca, you mean, and 1 minute, I just need a sip of coffee. I've got to look at my nails. Like 2 of my fake nails fell off. I didn't have time to stick them back. But yeah, So Becca, that's a great question. So I do that too. Like, I know what you mean. Like, the algorithm and the LinkedIn guru say you should only comment on posts by people who are creating content that is relevant to your target audience. I agree with that. But at the same time, I think we also need to support and lift others up on LinkedIn. So maybe someone saying they just lost their job and they're sharing their, what kind of job they're looking for, and you want to support them. Like, I do that. If someone's sharing a job opening or opportunity, or that, or something that I think will, that needs to be seen by more people, I will comment on the post, and then I'll say commenting so your post gets more reach. So I think it may not, it may affect the algorithm a bit, but if you're commenting mainly on posts and content that is relevant to your target audience, that you have an expertise in, then I think it's fine to, occasionally comment on posts from friends and colleagues, so their posts get more engagement, and you're supporting them. So I think I do it, and I think that's totally fine. And yes, the algorithm is useful, but I believe LinkedIn, we're also on LinkedIn to support each other, to nurture relationships, and lift other people up. So hopefully that answered your question. Yeah, keep those questions coming in the chat. In the meantime, I'll pull up the next question that my network shared with me for me to answer on this live. How do I write a great LinkedIn headline? So the headline is the it's, I think it's 250 characters. It's below your profile photograph on LinkedIn. And this is real estate. This is free. You don't need a premium account to showcase this profile. And when you comment on someone else's post, when you reach out to someone, when you send someone a message, they see the first 50 characters. So that your headline is really important. And my formula for a headline is you don't use a generic job title. So when you join LinkedIn will use whatever your current job title is as your headline. So I just want you to keep that in mind and look at your headline. Does it make sense? Think again. Everything you do on LinkedIn, you need to think about your target audience and what your goals are on LinkedIn. So because your profile is your online digital resume, it's more than a resume because it's very dynamic. It's your personal brand, it's your business brand, whatever you want it to be. So the headline is one, besides your profile photograph and the banner, your headline is really important. So make sure it showcases what you want to be known for, who you help, how you help them, and then that can be the basis for creating your about section, and the other content on including the content you create. So yeah, don't just say software engineer at X company, or even if I just wrote founder of the expat woman, most people are like, what is the expat woman? Maybe expat is a little self-explanatory, but say you have a business and the name is, say, I'm trying to think, TradeX. I don't know, just coming up with the name, founder of TradeX or copywriter TradeX. People don't know what TradeX is, right? So instead, if you said something about you know, software engineer or copywriter helping, focused on creating content that empowers other copywriters or women over 40 who want to become copywriters, something, just talk about what you do and who you help and how you help them in your again, you don't want it to be a long wordy statement, but you want it to be concise, but at the same time touching all those points. Remember, LinkedIn is searchable by Google. So when people look for certain keywords, whether it's on LinkedIn or Google, if you have all those keywords in your title or headline, not your title, but your headline, in your about section, your experience, your profile is likely to show up. So that's the next question. If you're just joining me, if you have a question for me, let me know in the chat. If you want to support me, through a super chat, a super sticker, you can hit the $sign. I've never tried this before, so it's also a way for me to see how it works. But I have a bunch of questions here that my network sent me, who either I'm attending the live, who can't attend the live, and I'm answering them, but happy to answer any other questions that folks have in the chat. Okay, so the next question is, what's the best way to ask for a recommendation on LinkedIn? A lot of us don't really tap into the recommendation section, including me. And I'd say LinkedIn is the only social media platform that provides these recommendation opportunities. And if you have your own business, you can have a website with all these testimonies, but there's no way to check them. You could put anyone's name, you could make up something, you could even get an actor to record a testimony, find them on Fiverr or Upwork, and then you can upload it to their website. There's no one who can check it. But on LinkedIn, if someone writes, say for instance, Alyssa writes a recommendation for me, because I know Alyssa has attended several of my LinkedIn trainings, and she writes a recommendation about how she really benefits from my LinkedIn coaching and training, how it's helped her with her career, blah blah blah. And people can then click on Alyssa's name, they'll see her recommendation under my recommendation, and then they'll go to her profile page and see she's a real person. It's not a fake testimony. So how do you ask people for recommendations? For instance, Alyssa, now that I said that, I'm actually going to ask you for a recommendation. And I know Colette as well, so I'm going to ask Colette as well. So how do you ask for a recommendation? You send them a message on LinkedIn. And again, you only send people requests for recommendations if you have worked with them or you've provided training or coaching. If you're a speaker, you host workshops, then you could at the end of the workshop say, I will love recommendations from folks. I'd like to have it on LinkedIn. And when you get the recommendation on LinkedIn, it's also their, in a way, their approval for you to use it anywhere, because they've, linked the recommendation on LinkedIn stays there forever unless you delete it. So send them a DM, ask them if they would be willing to give a recommendation, and make it easier for them. Say, I'll also be willing to write a brief outline of what I want you to say in the recommendation, and then you can tweak it and add your own voice. So again, and you can use again ChatGPT for you to get ideas on what to write in the recommendation. Tell ChatGPT, for instance, if I wanted to ask Alyssa to give me a recommend. Oh, thank you, Colette. Colette says, great question and happy to recommend you, Naina. Thank you, Colette. And Alyssa says, my pleasure. So yeah, thank you. And ladies, I also want you all to connect with each other on LinkedIn. So maybe at some point I'll have you share links to your LinkedIn profile in the chat, and then you can connect with each other. Because obviously everyone who's attending this live is interested in LinkedIn, and that is a common thread, right? And I think most of you are international women, or women interest globally minded women. So I'd encourage you all to chat connect with each other. So yes, so that's my response to how to get recommendations. Again, if you have a question, let me know in the chat. Oh, Ax Babizi from Oakland to hi. Ax, I don't know how to pronounce it, Ax Babizi, but thank you for joining. Share Ax Babizi and Becca. I don't know you ladies, so I would love if you would share links to your LinkedIn profiles, because I'd love to connect with you and anyone else who's joining me. So that was my next that was the response to how do you get a recommendation on LinkedIn. The next question, let me get a cup of coffee before that, and give you guys time to ask questions in the chat. Okay, Alyssa, how do you invite, promote, announce an event or workshop? So you can create an event page on LinkedIn, and maybe I'll show you guys how to do that. I'll just quickly go through it. So let me see if I can share my screen. Okay. Yeah, so I see my screen is showing up. Okay, so I want to create an event. So go to the home page. I've never created it from my personal profile. I've always created events from my company pages. But say you want to create an event from your personal profile, you go to the, so let's do it again. So you go to start a post, you click inside it. This is on your home page. Then you see this calendar little icon, you click on it. I'm just checking that, yeah, we can see that. So you click on that, and then you upload a cover image. So you can create that on Canva, 480 pixels, so 16 by 19. Is it an online or in-person event? So you can choose that. Then if it's online, what kind of format are you doing? A LinkedIn Live, or are you doing an external event? So say you're doing a webinar on Zoom, you could either, so you do external event link, okay, for the event format, and you write the name. Very important to make sure you have the right time zone, then the start date, end date, and time. Now, if you're doing it on Zoom, you could share the Zoom link, or you could, if you have event page on your website, you could share that event page on the as the external event link. Then you do a description of the event. If you have other speakers, say Alyssa, you're going to be my speaker, so I do Alyssa. Let's see if Alyssa Hunter shows up. Yeah, so then you do Alyssa Hunter, so you see, and then you obviously it's not letting me do everything because I haven't done all the stuff, but that's how you create it. I'll show you some event pages that I have created on a LinkedIn. So give me a second. So as I said, I mostly create them under the Expat Woman LinkedIn page. Hopefully you can see my screen. I'm just checking the chat. So no one said they can't see it. So, okay. So this is the Expat Woman LinkedIn page. So if I go to events, so you can see I have 2 events coming up. So I have the expat experience, and those who live, I see some of you live in Oakland and stuff. I hope you will join me. I'd love to meet you in person. So this is the event, the in-person event. Okay. So you can see here, because it's an in-person event, I also have the address, and then I have the event link, which is a link to my website. Then people go there, and then it takes them to the registration for tickets. I can even click on edit to show you. And this is, for all of you, you can create an event and then create a separate event page on LinkedIn, and then you can invite people. It's pretty powerful. And then, you can see what it looked like. So I did in person. So once you create it, you can't switch back to online. So I have the name of the event, time zone, start and end date, the venue, the description. And because it's a paid event, I also have to attend the event. You would need to purchase a ticket. So I have that right at the top, because what happens when you create an event and you're doing it on a different event page, you want to make sure that even though people RSVP on the LinkedIn page, they know that the event is somewhere else. Okay. And then I have all the speakers listed here. So that's the event page for an in-person event. And then let's look, and hopefully this one, I think everyone will be able to attend. If you haven't, I encourage you to go to the Expat Woman page and join it. This is a global virtual networking event happening on June 4th. Whether you're a woman living abroad or you're just globally minded, I invite you to join us. So this, I have 729 folks registered. Now, not all of them will register for the event, but I still invite people. So how do you invite people once you create the event? You click on share, and then you click on invite, and then you add, you invite people, for instance, okay, maybe I'm looking for someone. Okay, let's say I want to invite her. So I click on her, and then I invite, and she gets the invitation. And then this is the comment section. Let's look at what the event page looks like. So you can see here it's online. So now I can't switch to in-person. Once you put it says external event link, the name, time zone. I have the external, this one I have the Zoom, because people can go directly and register on Zoom. It's a free event, and I'm the only speaker so far. All right. So hopefully, Alyssa, that answered your questions. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay. Yeah. All right. So let me stop sharing. Let's see if I can stop. Yeah, stop sharing, so I can look at what my next question is. Okay. So what's the difference, excuse me, between connect and follow? Say you want to say I think Oprah Winfrey is on LinkedIn. I'm just thinking of a big name like her, and you want to, you really like the content she's sharing, but she's not likely to accept your connection request. Also, you only get 30,000 connection requests. I know for many people that sounds a lot, but someone like Oprah, she's going to run out of those connection requests and 30,000 connection request really quickly, right? So even if you send her a request, once you've reached 30,000, you can no longer connect with more people. You have to remove some people from your network. Okay. So Oprah Winfrey, but you still want to see what content she's posting. So you click on follow. You follow her. In fact, let's see if I can find her or Brené Brown or whatever. Let me go back and let's see if I can find that. Oh no, it's showing the wrong. It's sharing the wrong screen. Let me find it. Share screen. Okay, so I just want to show you what the difference between share and connect looks like. Let's see if Oprah, I haven't really checked, but let's assume she's on. Okay, Oprah Winfrey. Okay, so she has 1 million followers, right? So she's not going to accept my connection request because obviously she's run out of connection requests. And who am I? She doesn't know me. So in her case, I mean, I could send her a connection request. Okay, I could send her, but look, she has, because she's got so many connection requests, she'll only connect with people who know her email. And you'll see this with many people, not many, but some people on LinkedIn. They don't want a connection request from people they don't know. Okay, so you can only connect with them with an email address. But say I even had an email address, she may not have any connect. She may not be able to accept my connection request because she's exceeded the 30,000. So in that case, I would just follow her. So you click on follow. Now, what happens when you follow someone? Their content starts showing up in your feed. So that's the power of following someone. Their content shows up. Now, when you connect with someone, so let's see if I can connect with someone. Okay. So so one way to find who to connect with is you go to your My Network and okay. So and LinkedIn gives you recommendations on who to you can connect with. So I told you my target audience is women living abroad. So let me see. I'm trying to find someone who LinkedIn people in the professional organizations. Okay, let's look at this lady, Svetlana. Just based by from her name, I know either she's a first generation or second generation immigrant to expat. So I can just send her a connect. I'm not. You can add a note, but I'm not, and send without a note. Okay. So it says pending, but right now I'll be following her because when you connect with someone, even if they don't accept your connection request, or if it takes a while to connect with the person because they haven't accepted, immediately you start following the person. So I'll still see her content in my feed. But when you connect with someone, they become your first degree connection. So that was my next question. What's the difference between first, second, and third degree? So second degree is when we have folks in common. So we have 6 mutual connections. So she's my second degree connection. But if she accepts my connection request, then she'll become a first degree connection request. But if you see on the right, Paul, he's a third degree connection request because he and I do not have any mutual connection. So that is the difference between connect and follow. And yeah, the screen. You guys are saying y'all are not seeing the screen? You can't see the screen? Let me know in the chat. I'm sorry if the screen is blank. I can see it here, so that's kind of weird. And yeah, I'll stop the sharing in that case because yeah, let me know in the chat. Yeah, but now you can see it because I'm back on. But when I was sharing, none of you were able to see my screen. Yeah, but now it's me. But when I was sharing, because I was showing you guys how the difference between connect and follow. Anyway, hopefully I was clear enough so you could understand. I mean, you could follow along with what I was saying. Let me know if you have any questions about first, second, third degree connections and the difference between connect and follow. I'm hoping you also saw my event, how to create an event. And if not, I walked you through the steps. So you'd be able to hopefully understand that. And I some of this, yeah, thank you, Becca. So some of this, some of the stuff I'm sharing, I have created YouTube videos, so I will link to them in the comment, in the description, so you can watch those. um, but thank you for letting me know that. I don't know why it went black. That's really a pity. Okay, so the next question was, uh, how do I generate a LinkedIn video meeting? So how many of you know that you can actually create LinkedIn video meetings on LinkedIn? So you can only do that on your cell phone, okay? On the app on your cell phone. Okay, so Becca says the event part was visible. Okay, good to know that. So and this was another question somebody asked me. So to create a meeting on LinkedIn, you need to download the LinkedIn app on your phone, and then you need to be connected with the person. So say I Alyssa Alyssa and Becca said they didn't know you can do meetings on LinkedIn. So say Alyssa and I are connected on LinkedIn. Alyssa and I have actually exchanged messages. So to create a video meeting on LinkedIn, you first have to be connected with the person. You have to have exchange a text message. Then you go to your phone, you go into the messaging on your phone, and you'll see a little video camera in the top right hand corner. So you click on that, and then it'll help you generate a video meeting. So it's like, I find it really helpful. Sometimes, you don't want to do the whole Zoom thing. Maybe you just want to, and you can only, I think you can only do the Zoom meeting on your phone. I mean, the meeting on your phone, but it's free, it's instantaneous. Say Alyssa says, "Hey, Naina, do you want to hop on a LinkedIn meeting right now to discuss something?" With Zoom, you have to create the Zoom link, then you have to share the Zoom link, then you have to get on, you have to log into Zoom, etc. With a LinkedIn meeting, if you're already connected with a person in messaging, you have your phone readily available, you can create that meeting. You can have an instant meeting, or you can set a date and time. I think you can schedule up to either 1 month or 3 months in advance with the time. The person gets a link, they get notified before the meeting, and it's really powerful. And if you don't want to do video, you can turn off the cameras and just have audio. But that was a question someone had. She said she watched my video, and I think I have a video about it, obviously, because she asked me the question. But you cannot do it on your desktop or laptop, only on your phone. Maybe in the future they'll make it available on your phone, on your app. Okay. And finally, the last question, and this is a video that has got the most amount of views on my YouTube channel, my LinkedIn YouTube channel. It is a rotating banner. Let me know in the chat if you're aware that LinkedIn just released, not just a few months ago, released a new feature. Now this is only available for premium members. It's a rotating banner where you can have up to 5 banners on your LinkedIn banner that's above your photograph. So for instance, I run the Expat Woman. I'm a LinkedIn coach, and I also am a speaker. I'm a YouTuber, etc. So I wear so many different hats. So I have 5 different banners to showcase 5 different things that I do. Yeah. So yeah, Becca and Colette didn't know about that. So I will share the link to this rotating banner in the description, so you can go check it out. I don't want to share my screen again, because I know I last time you saw the blank screen. So I'll share it, maybe share it, the link, because I've explained in detail about the banner. It's pretty cool, but only if you have LinkedIn Premium you can access it. And you also, I think they're rolling it out. I live in the US, and we normally get these features first. I'm not sure if everyone in the rest of the world has received them yet, but if you have premium, you can do it. If you have a free version, just work on your existing LinkedIn banner. Just work on updating that banner. The five banner rotating banners are great, but I don't think it's totally necessary, since I pay for premium and I have 2 businesses. I have uh, created those. They do rotate pretty quickly, and you can go to my profile too after this and check it out. They rotate a little too fast. So sometimes I think maybe a single stationary banner is better, but uh, so far I've kept that. And as I said, it was so popular on LinkedIn, in my LinkedIn YouTube videos. I mean, so many people ask questions, and it just in a few months, I think it has 4,500 views, which for me is huge. So that's the LinkedIn banner. I also, anyone have any questions about anything I've shared? Any other questions? We still have, I wanted to do an hour of this. LinkedIn Ask Me Anything, answering questions about LinkedIn. Just as I said, my first time doing this live stream on the LinkedIn YouTube channel. I do, last month I started doing live streams every week on the Expat Woman YouTube channel. Okay, so Becca says, is it bad form to not respond to all the comments you get on a post? It feels like it would get exhausting. I mean, it depends how many comments. I know, for instance, I'm sure if Brene Brown or Oprah Winfrey shares a post, they'll get hundreds of thousands. But if it's only like 10 comments, I'd say even 50 comments, I think you should respond to them. If someone's just saying great post, I like your post, and you've got all these comments, and maybe you can just like them. But I think you should be, you're creating content because you're showcasing your expertise. Maybe you're promoting your business, you're trying to build a know, like, and trust factor. And if people are taking the time to comment, first of all, I think it's polite when people comment, and then you respond to the comments. My One of my biggest pet peeves on LinkedIn is posting and ghosting. And it's happened to me where someone will create this really awesome post, and they don't have a huge number of comments. They just may have a few, and I leave a comment, and a meaningful comment. I don't write great posts. I might write something, add value to their post. I might ask a question, and then they might like it, and they never respond. And I find that very rude. It's like, speaking at an in-person event, and then people come up to you to talk to you after the event, and then or they might come to ask you a question or compliment you, and you just walk away. So I think it's rude. So, and you can actually learn from the comments too. And sometimes your comment on someone's comment can actually trigger ideas for new posts. So I find comments very valuable. I really welcome them. And so many people, and including me, sometimes you post and there's like there's silence. Nobody is commenting, and and then your post kind of dies. And also, the more you respond to comments on LinkedIn, the more your post is going to show up in more people's news feed. So it also triggers the engagement, triggers the algorithm. And LinkedIn's like, not only are people commenting, but the person who's posted this content is responding to them. So I'm going to show this post to more people. So yeah, it can be exhausting. You can kind of, you don't have to respond immediately. I would say try and respond to the first few comments within the first hour if you get a lot of comments, and then take your time. Yeah. So Alyssa says, after you send your invitations for your event, as people sign up, can you see who signed up? Yeah, because you'll see the list. So just Alyssa, and again, I'll share links to both the event pages in the description. But even you can see who signed up for my event. Now, you don't get any email with a list. You can create an event page with a registration. LinkedIn gives you that option. When you're creating the event, it says create a registration form. In that case, people have to sign up with with their email address, and then you get access to the name and email address. I don't use a registration form because fewer people sign up for those kind of events. Now, if you're sharing something with a lot of value, and your target audience is going to absolutely want to attend that event, then have the registration form. So then you get their name and their email address. So yeah. So after yeah, so that's how you can get them. What I do, Alyssa, after I get all the people signed up, so I'm not using registration forms. I'm just inviting them, and then some of them will accept it, some won't. You get up to 1,000 invites a week to invite people, whether you're on the free or premium plan. So yeah, so then you invite them, and then you can see who you've invited. And then if you have, like in my case, for the global networking event in June, or my in-person expat experience event in June, I have, one of them is a paid event, so I have links for people to buy tickets. So I'll go to the registration pages not on LinkedIn, but the ones I have, so I know who has signed up. And then if I'll go to the LinkedIn invite page and see who has signed up on LinkedIn. And if they have not bought a ticket or they've not signed up on Zoom, I'll send them a message saying, hey, thank you so much for RSVPing on the LinkedIn event page. But remember, to attend this virtual event, you need to sign up on Zoom, or to attend this in-person event, if it's the in-person event, you need to buy your ticket here. Thank you so much. Let me know if you have any questions. Okay. Okay. So Becca says, does having an image on your post improve its chance of being seen? Actually, LinkedIn's very different than Instagram and Facebook. Text posts do really well on LinkedIn, so you don't need to have an image. Now, some people, sometimes the image is really like interesting. For instance, I got my US citizenship maybe, I think 2021. I've been in the US since 2002. I was just sitting on the US citizenship for the longest time. And then when it was getting harder to travel with an Indian passport, decided to apply for my US citizenship. I could have got it like in 2005, I think, but I finally applied for it 2019. And then what happened was COVID hit, and everything went, you know, everything got held up. But then when I did get the citizenship during COVID, I took a photograph outside um, the what's it called, naturalization office, whatever, in San Francisco, with my citizenship certificate. Of course, I hid all the key things, and I said something like, you know, went in the morning for my naturalization test and came back as a US citizen. Or I went to San Francisco, because I live in a suburb of San Francisco. So I drove to San Francisco in the morning as a green card holder or as an Indian citizen, something like that, and came back as a US citizen. Because normally when you go and do your test, it takes another few months before you can get your citizenship. But because it was COVID, I didn't know this. As soon as I finished the test and I passed it, he said, stay back, you're going to get your citizenship today. So I did a post about that, and I put this photograph up. So I having the image and like sharing the story, it got a lot of engagement. It really got a lot of engagement. So I think that combination was pretty powerful. So it depends on what the image is. Some people just put selfies with every post. um, I don't know. So for some people it works, it doesn't. I think sometimes don't just put an image for the sake. Sometimes the text itself is powerful enough to get people excited about what you have to share. And the other tip I would say is ask a question at the end of your post, so you engage people. Don't talk to people, talk with them. So having a question to get them to participate, so something relevant to the content. It's also great research, because sometimes people share their thoughts, and it adds value to your post. Yeah, so Becca, so posting about things that allow people to know you, even if it is not related to your niche product, is also good. Yeah, I mean, in my case, because I work with international women, and so citizenship, everything was relevant. But sometimes what I do for is I try to find some common thread between what I'm posting and what I do. So I try to bring it in somehow. But I've seen some LinkedIn experts, sometimes they'll post, oh, I'm at the park with my kids, blah blah blah. Sometimes people post stuff not related to their content. So again, you have to see how your target audience responds, how the algorithm works, see what kind of post works. I'm going to be doing a LinkedIn content workshop masterclass in June. I forgot what, no, sorry, in May. I don't have the date now. It's not going to be on live stream. It's a masterclass on Zoom. If you're a member of the Expat Women membership, you get access for free. Or I also have another membership called Leverage in Academy, for folks who only want to learn about LinkedIn. So it's free for them. Everyone else, they would have to pay. I will share a link to that content creation masterclass in the description as well, because content creation is very powerful, with, as I said, showcasing your expertise, opening doors to new opportunities, sharing your value, building your know, like, and trust factor. It's not throwing spaghetti on the wall. You have to be strategic. So I think it's fine, because you also want to build your know, like, and trust factor. See, what everything is an experiment. Like even this LinkedIn, YouTube live stream, I'm still learning as I go. So you just test it out and see how it goes. and what posts do well, what posts don't. Just keep experimenting. Don't worry if you don't get any responses or engagement. Just keep testing it for a while. You want to create content and don't know what to do, you could take a photograph of this live stream. You could share a link of this live stream and say, I attended a LinkedIn live stream. Ask me anything with and tag me nynacaputi, and these were some of my key takeaways. So you're adding value. You're showcasing people. You're sharing that you are interested in LinkedIn, in upping your LinkedIn game. You're adding value and teaching people some stuff you learned today, and you're helping me by sharing a link to my LinkedIn live stream, and also giving your network an opportunity to learn more about LinkedIn by pointing them in my direction. So that's another kind of post you can do, where you might not have the content yourself, but you attend an event, you attend a workshop, you share key takeaways, you share a photograph, you share a link. So yeah, so it's it can be related to your niche and product. It can be related to something you want to learn about, you want to share that you're learning about, or it can be a post just to build that know, like, and trust factor, to personalize and humanize who you are. Because unfortunately, with AI and chat GPT, a lot of the posts are getting so robotic. There's no personal element to it, and people buy from people. People connect with people. I have the expat woman and my nynacaputi LinkedIn pages, company pages, and I have my personal profile. The one that gets the most engagement is content that I share from my personal profile. So just and think of, like, what is the content you comment on? Do you always comment on content from company pages or from your personal profile? Okay, so Colette says, does it make sense for me to do, given that my market is healthcare? Okay, I think you've answered. Yeah. I don't know what if you're talking about this one, about my LinkedIn live and sharing it. I think so, because you want to show people that you could say something like, I am leaning into LinkedIn as I grow my healthcare business. I want to, I'm learning new tips and strategies so I can reach more people. I know in your case, Colette, you work with women who are premenopausal and menopausal. So you can say, I want to reach so you want to share why you're leaning into LinkedIn by sharing your own expertise, right? So I want to reach more women and share my expertise in helping them deal with menopause. And so I attended you tagged me, I attended Naina's live stream today, and these were some new things that I learned. And if you want to, update your LinkedIn skills, here's a link to a live stream. Yeah. So something like that. Or if you're attending an event, for instance, if you're attending our global virtual networking event, you can again add your twist to it, your spin to it, and still share it. Because you want to also show people what else you're doing. Like, I'm attending this global virtual networking event because I want to connect with other women living abroad and help other women who might be dealing with menopause and want to find solutions. So something like that. So always try and bring it back to you. Like tomorrow, I'm going to be attending an in-person event, two in-person events in San Francisco. One is the Asian Pacific Islander. It's next this May is Asian Pacific Islander Heritage Month. So I'm going for the event. It's not my event, but I'm going to take photographs. I'm going to say how I attended it, maybe share some key takeaways that I learned from it. I might even tag people I met. Maybe today you ladies all might connect. And again, I'm encouraging you all to share links to your LinkedIn profile in the chat. And then you can all, you can tag each other. And I attended Nina's live stream on, Ask Me Anything on LinkedIn, and I was able to connect with Alyssa and Colette and Becca and whoever else. You can tag each other. So uh, those are strategies as well. Okay, before I answer any final questions, can you do me a favor and hit the like button? Because I'm not sure, I only see 2 likes. I would love if you would hit the like button. So again, just like on LinkedIn, YouTube works similarly. The more people that like this video, the more YouTube will show to more people. And unfortunately, I think the chat goes away. So I would love if you would also leave a comment once this video is done, how you, and if you have any more questions, you can leave a comment with your question. If there was a key takeaway, something you learned, you can share that. Or if you just want to say how much you enjoyed it, you could share that. And if you haven't subscribed to the Expat Woman YouTube, I mean, it's not Expat, this is my nynacaputi LinkedIn YouTube channel. Please do subscribe, because I'm thinking of doing this once a month. Let me know in the chat if you would like me to, this is free. This answering questions is free. I do have paid offers as well. I also have a LinkedIn, uh, course, which you can watch at any time. I'll share that link in the description. It goes through all the pillars of LinkedIn, from building your network, content creation, optimizing your profile, etc. So I'll share that in the chat. But we are almost at time, so I just want to thank you all. So I see people are liking, so I appreciate that. But I want to thank you all so much for joining me. Let me know in the chat, would you like to see more live streams like this? Are there any specific topics that you want me to cover? And anything else, let me know. And hopefully I will see some of you at my workshop next month on content creation, how to convert your content to open more doors, get more opportunities. We'll share the link in the description. If you're a member of the Expat Woman membership or my Leverage in Academy, it's free. Otherwise it's paid, but you get access to the replay and you can watch it as many times as you want. And then hopefully I will be uploading more videos on this YouTube channel, but you can go through the videos. I have so many tips I've shared which will help you, because when you're starting off on LinkedIn, or you even are on LinkedIn, but there's so many things you still need to know. Like YouTube, I'm trying to figure out YouTube. LinkedIn, I figured out most of it. YouTube, I'm trying to figure out. So I watch other people's videos on YouTube to get more clarity. Becca says this was really great. And Nine, I'm nodding away here. I'd love to see more of these. I'm so new to LinkedIn. Becca, please, please, please share a link to your LinkedIn profile. I'd love to connect with you on LinkedIn. Or you can find me and connect with me. Actually, I'll make it easier for everyone. Just find me and connect with me on LinkedIn. It's just I'm the only Naina Kaputi, so it's very easy to find me. Okay. Yeah, and Alyssa, yeah, I just shared yeah. All right. Okay, thank you all so much. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Good luck with LinkedIn. I will see you on LinkedIn. If you're going to post about this live stream, tag me on it, and I will see you all soon. Bye.